Hey guys, it's Ted with the video of the day. Today is a really interesting thing came up in the last week or so. I want to talk about this and talk about kind of how it works when someone is working with someone like me, like a coach with me, right? With me or someone else. And what's weird is that the nature of the business that I'm in, we don't always find out from our clients. At least I don't always find out from my clients when things are going well. We don't talk very much when things are going great. Well, usually they call me and we have a big discussion when they need help with something. So interestingly, this week it happened twice this week in the last 5 or 6 days. I talked to two different clients that I worked with some months ago. Like both started around, over the late fall and winter, last winter, so 6, 8 months ago. And what I found out is very interesting to me is that in both cases, these were not small companies. They were not like one truck operations. They had two, three, four trucks out there running. But in both cases, what they told me is that we're now halfway through the year this year, and they have already hit everything they did last year. So that means they're running double from last year. So double last year's numbers halfway through this year. So, in fact, one of the guys told me that just in this month alone, and not even a full month because it's only like we were talking to him like on the 18th or 19th, 18th I guess, and he said that this month he's already hit half of what he had done the year before in just one month. So it's interesting how they don't talk about that when things are going well. They don't really call, but we happen to have just ran into each other online and how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while, and I asked how they were going, and they said, great, it's awesome, and thank you so much for all the things we did. So to give you a quick cap, what we did do to help those businesses, and this could be you if it's there, is they got numbers right, pricing right, they got sales processes right, they got marketing right. Those three big things. They're still running the same kinds of technicians they were running as far as hire the people you want, run the equipment you want, sell the kinds of things you want. They're in two different markets. One in the Southwest where it's very hot and they have no winter. One in the Midwest where they have all kinds of seasons and stuff. It doesn't matter. The business principles work for these guys. So really big deal. To get those things right. So the tip for the day really is that if you want to get things changed, you have to take an action and get it moving. Because if you sit here and think about it and talk too much or wait too long, it doesn't work as well. In both cases, they said, "Wow, I'm glad I did it when I did it, because otherwise I wouldn't be having the great year I'm having." So that is really the key: is to not wait around to try to think on it and wait too much. The action takers are the folks who get things done. And this is just sounds stupid to say that out loud, but we have to say it sometimes. So ultimately, that is the key to getting things done: is having some certainty, that knowing that whatever things you do, you're going to find a way to make it work. I know the problem with some things making a decision is you're uncertain about whether or not it's going to happen or not. But the trick is, and this is true for my own life and my own business, I've seen this over and over again too. What happens is, once you create certainty that it's going to work, it means you'll just, when you run into obstacles, you'll work through them, you'll go over them, you'll build a bridge over, you'll dig a tunnel under, you'll find a way around it, as opposed to, well, I was uncertain and it didn't work out, so see, I told you so, and then they give up. So think about that. Like the folks who are really building anything, the pioneers of the American West, as they went across in their wagon trains, they were certain they were going to get to California. They just didn't know exactly how they were going to do it every step of the way, but as they broke an axle on their wagon, they just figured out how to fix it. As they ran into a big rainstorm and the river flooded, they just figured out how to build a raft across the river. They just have to solve the problems as they come up, but they can't just stay back in the Midwest, in the East, and say, I'm not going because I haven't got it all figured out yet. The trick is to get moving, solve the problems as they come up, and realize the challenges will come, and realize that if you continue to solve the challenges one at a time, you will get to your goal. So that was the big conversation I had with both of these guys this week. and frustratingly, I also had several conversations with other owners, which leads to this video, that were like, I'm not so sure what I should do, and we'll talk later. And then it's like, it just drives me a little bit crazy that I know that I have the certainty. It doesn't matter though that I do it. They had to have it, and clearly, if they don't have the certainty, I can't help them. And neither can anyone else, by the way. You have to have that for yourself. So that's the tip for the day. If you want to see more videos like this, there's a bunch of them on my YouTube channel. I've kind of collected all the ones that I've done that I could find from the last couple of years and put them on my YouTube channel. You can also subscribe to my Facebook group if you're not already, which is HVAC Business Growth. So facebook.com/HVAC Business Growth. You can search for it and find it. Ask to join the group. I'll stick you in there. We do tips like this in there and other conversations about business growth and how to change the fortunes of an HVAC company. So that's the tip for the day, and we'll talk soon.